What's going on, guys? How are we? It is currently a Sunday and it is the 3rd of August. I've just finished work and I am knackered. Very tired indeed. Through doing... I don't even know why I'm so tired, really. I shouldn't be, but I am. I think part of the problem was that we had a staff meeting this morning, so I had to get up earlier than I would have liked, because obviously I was working last night, and I got home at probably about 3:15, something like that, and then I had to be up again at 9 to be ready for the staff meeting, and then I was working straight afterwards, and it is now 5 to 7. Is it raining? Suddenly there's like loads of stuff on the windscreen. Nothing to do with that. So yeah, that's where we're at. So bad news. I need more water for my washers. Oh, this is going to be my first bit of car maintenance. How about that? I'll have to do that when I get home. At the meeting this morning, I received an award, and above and beyond award is what it used to be called. Now I can't remember what it's called. Recognising you, or something. Essentially recognition for doing a good job, which is always nice. It's nice to know that that you are doing a good job. I feel like I am, and it's good when people tell you that you are and confirm it. Right, I'm gonna go home and I'll see you in a few days when I wake up. If only. No, I'll see you soon. So yeah, have a good day. Bye bye. Hi, it's Tuesday the 5th of August. I literally just checked the date. Tuesday the 5th of August, and we're outside today going for a walk, and there's a good reason, a very good reason as to why we're doing that today. I took an executive decision not too long ago, and today we're going to see the results of that decision. I decided, oh my god, that's a very big bee. Did you see that bee? I don't think you did. But yeah, today I am on my way to give blood. And oh my god, I tripped. It's I think it's taken a while for me to decide that was something I wanted to do. Part of it was not really my fault, but I'm now eligible, so we're going to go and give blood, hopefully, fingers crossed. I can't remember, I think I filled everything out on the form. There might be one or two questions I forgot. Hopefully we should be able to carry on with that when we're there. So yeah, hopefully we're going to give blood. We're going along to the donation session. I booked myself an appointment and everything to attend. So we'll see how it goes. Am I nervous? Not really. You know, I've had my fair share of like needles and things and tubes going into my body. So I'm not really all that bothered. I've never really been bothered by injections either. When I was younger, but what child wasn't bothered by injections and needles and stuff? So I'm not too concerned about that. You know, you go along. From what I can gather, it takes about 10 minutes to donate, and then you need to sit down for a while afterwards, have yourself a drink and a biscuit, and then you can go on your way. I'm not even joking. Apparently that's what it's like. So, you know, free drink and a biscuit out of it, not too bad. Actually kind of beginning to wish I hadn't just done my teeth, because it's going to taste pretty horrible. But it should it should be pretty good, I think, assuming we can get it done. I keep saying that because I don't know why, but I get the feeling I'm going to turn up and they're going to go, nah, sorry, for whatever reason. You know, there are so many reasons why someone might not be able to give blood, you know, but hopefully we are able to do so, because I mean, I think I've wanted to for quite a while, and it was only a few months ago that I actually signed up to be able to do so. But it's got to leave a good feeling, and we're going to find out how good that feeling is soon. Oh, I'm out of breath. This ain't going to be good. Also, kind of regretting the decision to wear shorts. It's a little bit chilly. So the end of that clip was interesting. How long have I been vlogging for? And why was that allowed to happen? The random zoom in. I should know better. Oh, it's nice to be out for a walk as well, actually. It's been a bit of a stressy day so far. So it's nice just to be outside and to take things a little bit easier for a little while. What have we done in the meantime? Obviously, it's been a little while since we've vlogged. Actually, no, it hasn't really. It's only Mondays. I keep thinking today's Wednesday for some reason. So yesterday, Monday, we I drove up to see Jay. I didn't vlog at all yesterday. I know, slap on the wrist. Come on. But yeah, we drove up to see Jay. Spent the day hanging out. You know, now I can do motorways. Why hold back? May as well make the most of it. And yeah, I had a really good day. Weather was really good, and it was just good fun. It's really nice down where he lives. I would love to live there. It's so nice. It's like this great river running through the middle of the town centre with these really nice bridges. There's like loads of nice scenery around and stuff. Really beautiful. I would love to live there, and maybe next time we go and see these places I'll show you just how beautiful they are, because they are lovely. I am also having a bit of a bad hair day today, which was kind of predictable, you know, when you do something new for the first time and you're trying to make a good impression and stuff. Even though, you know, chances are I probably won't see these nurses again that are going to be taking me to it anyway. You know, you want to look good for your first chance at doing something. Yeah. But, having said that, I almost don't mind, because it's tight. You might have noticed in recent weeks that the colour has been fading from my hair. It's time for its recolouring, and the roadworks sign up ahead. That can only mean one thing: that the pavement is being dug up, and we're going to have to do some negotiation to try and make sure that I can get to where I need to be on time. I've got loads of time, so it's not too much of a worry. But still, thanks roadworks. Anyway, yes, my hair needs recolouring. My hair holds on to colour for quite a long time. You know, the stuff that I use is like, it's only supposed to be like 6 to 8 washes that it stays in for, but it does well. You know, it's like at least a good month and a bit, you know, minimum that it stays in. I mean, my hair is still a little bit red, whereas my normal natural hair colour is brown, as you might be able to tell from my roots. It just hangs on to it for quite a long time, you know, which, you know, isn't necessarily a bad thing. So yes, I need to get a colouring job, redo my hair and stuff. So I'm going to pick up some hair dye while I'm out today as well, so that I can do that. And I think that's pretty much there, really. I'm always in two minds. I always think to myself, right, I'm going to get it cut, but then I think to myself, actually I wanted to grow it out longer again, and that's really annoying that happens. I kind of miss it when it was longer, but having said that, it's a lot less effort now that it's shorter, you know, so it's sort of swings and roundabouts really. It might be time for might be time to get it cut at least. I'm not sure about a new style. If I was going to get a new style, you know, I don't even know what I would go for. You know, when I was younger, I was all for pretty much buzzed down to real short. Like in hairdressing terms, I had a 4 or even a 3 in summer. You know, this is like really short and bristly. You know, kind of like to the length where, you know, if you're watching the vlog and on one day I've got this facial hair and then the next day it's gone, the kind of length that my beard gets to, that's the sort of length it was on the top of my head, I guess, really. And that's how it always was when I was younger, because Mum wouldn't let me grow it out, and also because my nan really loved it short. Whenever I go around her house, it was always like, oh, let me have a feel, and she'd like run her hand through my hair and go, oh, it's all bristly. I was much younger then, and you know, made me feel good. And then I kind of got to secondary school and was like, no, you know what, I'm going to grow it out. And it got very long, actually, to the point where my fringe was long enough that I could eat it. You know, that was quite long, and it was quite long around the back as well, and I used to straighten it, so it was very long, really. And then, you know, kind of down to where I am now, I guess, after the whole kind of semi-long but sort of sweepy fringe look that I had, you know, kind of last year and for the start of this year. Now I'm where I am now. I don't know what I would do next. You know, I see haircuts and I go, you know what, that looks really cool, but I know that I wouldn't be able to carry it off because I haven't got the right hair type for carrying off anything. This is the problem, because I have a lot of hair but it's very thin, which doesn't do well. It doesn't stand up of its own accord, which is what I'd really love for it to do. What you need for it to do that is you need to have a lot of it, and it needs to be thick, but I only have a lot of it and it's thin, which means that I have to use, you know, product to keep it up, and quite a lot of it as well. Hairspray, naturally, but still quite a lot of hairspray. When my hair was longer and I was working at O'Neill's, people kept describing it as some sort of crash helmet, just because my head would move but my hair wouldn't, you know, because of how much I used to keep it in place. Who are these people who have time to smoke cigarettes while driving? It's mental. You cannot have the mental capability to do both. It's just not possible. When I was walking on the way back here, I saw this bottle top on the floor. It's like a light green bottle top. Lime green would be accurate to say. A sort of lime green bottle top. It was upside down. And in the middle of this bottle top was a star. Sort of not etched into it or embossed into it. But there was a star that was in the bottle top. And I have not got enough arms. And I just kind of saw it as I was walking along, and it reminded me of something, as everything does these days. But my nan and granddad, nan and gramps, as we call them, they had, I don't know if they still have, they had this Connect 4 set, and the pieces, you had the pink pieces and the lime green pieces, and each of the counters in the Connect 4 set had one of these stars embossed, engraved, etched, whatever, into them. And I just saw that bottle top and it was pretty much a dead ringer for these Connect 4 pieces, which is, you know, it's an odd thing to notice and be reminded of, but That's just what it is. We would spend ages playing this Connect 4 set. It was amazing, and it was like it folded flat. It was like this little tray, and the actual playboard kind of folded flat on top of it. And then what you could do is you could slide it across, and then it would lift up, and then it would be ready to play. It's a really cool little, little piece of engineering, as far as Connect 4 games being described as pieces of engineering go. But it was good. It was a lot of time spent playing that. A lot of time spent playing with this giant spaceship as well that they had. It was kind of like this model spaceship, and it had loads of little men inside, and it was a really awesome toy. I think there's a photo knocking around somewhere of me when I was much younger playing with it. If I can find it, I'll show it to you, because it was an awesome little spaceship, and I don't really remember much about it anymore, other than it was red on the inside. The top lifted off. It was like a giant, I guess the way to picture it is kind of like a giant Millennium Falcon, as if the Millennium Falcon wasn't giant enough, but for a toy, a big Millennium Falcon, kind of crossed with the Star Destroyer. It had the sort of shape of the Millennium Falcon, but it had that funky little bridge that Star Destroyers have. The inside of it was red, the top lifted off, and there were loads of little men that could sit inside it. Some were blue, some were yellow, some were white. And I always took that to mean that they were different ranks. I don't think there was ever any real significance behind it. Maybe it was, I don't really know. That was an awesome toy. But anyway, after that little trip down memory lane, that always seems to happen down this particular lane that I walk down. I have been, and I have had my blood taken, and if you don't believe me, there is the war wound. It does feel good. I wasn't sure, I was kind of, I was told, obviously, you feel great doing it and stuff, and then I was sat there and I thought, it didn't cross my mind the kind of good that was going on. And then the nurses were quite keen to remind us of the fact that actually donating blood's a really good thing, because it saves lives, it really does. And she said each bag of blood, bear in mind you donate just under a pint of blood, each bag, obviously depending on how much is needed, has the potential to save about 3 lives, which is, that's remarkable, really. And I mean, you don't know, but I could have saved 3 people tomorrow, for all I know. As much as I really hope not, I could potentially save one of you in the future. When I say I hope not, I mean I hope you don't ever get ill enough to the point where you need a transfusion. I don't mean, oh, I hope they don't get my blood. Obviously, you know what I mean. But it's a very real possibility, and it does feel good. It does feel good to do it. So, my advice would be, once you're able to, go for it. I think you have to be 18, at least 18, to apply. And then once you've applied, then you get your health questionnaire and stuff that assesses whether or not your blood is safe to take. Because obviously they, like I say, don't have enough hands. Obviously they can't, there's some that they can't take. If you're infected with hepatitis, HIV, AIDS, things like that, they can't take it from you. If you've had sex with a partner who's got it or who might have it, they can't take it from, things like that. Obviously there are limitations, because the whole point of the blood donation system is to keep people alive and healthy, and you can't do that if you transfuse a seriously ill person with hepatitis infected blood. So as soon as you're old enough to, I would advise you to find out if you're eligible to, and get onto it because it is a really good thing, and you know, you do have a good sense of pride afterwards, even if your arm does feel a bit heavy and hurty. But that's what happens. I guess if I was responsible, I'd tell you what happened. So you turn up, and if you haven't filled out one of these health forms, then you would do it then. Then you just need to sit down and wait, basically, until that person is free to have a chat with you, during which time you're given a glass of water to drink, which is, you know, right up my street, always on the water. So you're given this glass of water to drink, and like a booklet to read through, you know, health and all that sort of thing, making sure that you're still eligible and things like that. Then you have this interview with a nurse who goes over some of the questions, you know, basically triple checking and verifying that you're eligible, and then assuming you are, she does a quick blood test, which is one of the worst parts, really, because if you've had them done before, then you'll know. If you haven't, then I've had to tell you. They've got this this little gadget, basically, that shoots like a needle or a pin into the top of your finger, so that it punctures the skin and you start bleeding. Unfortunately, that's the only way to get blood. So that happens, and then they just sort of take a small dose of it and drop it into some sodium into no. This is where chemistry fails me. Copper sulfate, I think it was. Basically to test if your blood has enough iron inside of it. So did that. Obviously, mine was fine. And then that kind of concludes the interview. They just go over a couple more of the things you can do while you're donating to keep comfortable, things like that. And you just have to wait a bit longer until a donation bed, I guess, is available. It's like this really interesting chair that you kind of sit on, and then it leans back so that you're laying down. So there you are, you're laying down. They disinfect the area of your arm where you're going to donate. Choose left or right, whichever arm. They disinfect the area, and then, no pleasant way of saying it, you just stick the needle in, and then that's attached to a little tube which is attached to the blood bag, and then your blood runs into that for about 10 minutes, or until a pint has been taken, during which time you have to kind of clench your buttock muscles and then release them, and sort of open and close your fist every now and then just to keep the blood flowing. It's a little bit uncomfortable, you know, I'm not gonna lie, it is a little bit, but you know, you've got a needle stuck in your arm, it's not going to be pleasant. And then you get off all the time. You get off the bed with nurses' help all the time. They're making sure, you know, you're all right. Then you get to sit down for about 15 minutes, have a drink, some biscuits, some crisps, you know, and then once you're after that 15 minutes, assuming you're still okay, you haven't fainted, you're on your way, basically. And there are people who do faint. I think there was a woman who fainted while I was in there. And I thought, God, great, I would choose the appointment time where stuff starts happening. But it was certainly a good experience, and I did book my next one, which is going to be on Christmas Eve. So that might make someone's Christmas, I guess, is the cliche way of expressing it. But yeah, it's a good thing. It's an experience, and it's a good experience, and I would advise people to do it if they can. And also, you don't have to do any heavy lifting for a while, which is quite cool. Hi everyone, it's well, it was the 6th of August, it's now the 7th. I was at work on the evening of Wednesday the 6th, and it is now the morning of Thursday the 7th. It's only like, what, midnight, something like that, so it's not too bad. What did I do today? Today I sorted out my phone and car, because I have an iPhone 5 and either my car was too old or the phone was too new for Bluetooth compatibility, so I wasn't able to use hands-free calling and stuff. But I fixed that, updated the car, the system in the car, so now I can, which is cool. Now all I need is to be able to vlog hands-free, but in order to do that I kind of need a passenger or some way of affixing you to somewhere non-intrusive. Yeah, and then I went to work, and that was it. I'm gonna leave it there. Actually, I thought there was something else I wanted to say, but I've decided against it. So I'll see you later on. I'm not even sure what day I'm gonna decide that this is. I guess it should be the Thursday, really. I'll see you later on, I guess. We'll work out what we're doing. So yeah, until then.